Where's there's no sound? There's no sound. This thing worked. Yeah,
I was just silent.
I just because I could see an ad was on. So mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Hello, hello.
I well, I have to do some things because I shifted again. Just again, I'm trying to find that spot. Just that watch. As soon as I find the spot, then I'm gonna get my little microphone and I'm gonna have to move my spot again.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are going to see my space change every week. Every week there's going to be something a little different.
Yep.
Ooh, today I found a vintage Moses basket bassinet on a little stand and brought that home. And it's aligned with cashmere wool and
It's so cute.
And of course, secondhand, we have to keep the antiques moving.
Right? There's so many little times where little baby just slept so well, just like kapow, and just went night time. All kinds of good dreams in the wood.
I'm excited. It's very cute.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I am while you were doing that. Let me do that.
Hi everyone. How we doing? Starting the week off Monday.
Okay. My chat is frozen for a second. Let me. Okay. You want to talk a little bit about what we're going to talk about today?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on that end. You just doing your logistics.
Yeah, no, I was like turning off the other thing so we didn't get an echo.
Okay.
I'm all set now. I got the chat up. Hi everybody.
Awesome. Hi all. Yeah, so our theme for today is balance. So I wanted to come on and talk about balance, and we're in a really potent super full moon right now. Mercury's also in retrograde for my astrology lovers. Basically, communication's really funky right now. Oh my goodness, it's Auntie Kimmy.
Is she here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my sister's here. Kimmy, that is Kimmy Gann is boy, she's known me since Lexi was like running around still wiping her nose on her. Hi sis. So glad you're here.
Yeah, we're just talking about the full moon and balance and just all of the things. So I don't know about y'all, but life's been really crazy lately. Communication's been tricky. There's just been like a lot of energy moving, a lot of chaos. The last time we were together, I pulled the card Changes in the Air. And my first thought was like, oh, great, like changes in the air, good things, good things. But sometimes change means chaos, and change means conflict, and can mean so many different things. And with change means we're facing the old. So I know that there's a lot of things that surface from the past, and I really love to focus on like the spiral path. And it's this idea that we're in a constant cycle, right, of highs and lows and, different directions and different pulls, and you're going to circle back around the same spot, but you might be a little further from it, or you might be really enmeshed in it. And sorry, my doggy's barking outside.
The sentinel is on the intruder alert. Princess Priscilla she's on the perimeter.
Yeah, so the spiral path, it's this idea that a lot of the things that we're challenged with in our life, like we're going to see certain patterns that show up, and we might be really close to them at some points, we might be further away. Um, but I think we're all kind of tasked with certain patterns and certain challenges throughout our lives, and it's just a way to work with them and become stronger and to learn more about ourselves and more about our purpose. So it's really interesting that balance has been the theme all around. Because in order to stay balanced, when you are balancing on a beam, in order to do that, it's like you can't be totally still because then you fall. But if you are having these slight undulations of side to side, highs and lows, that's where you find your balance. And it's really an average of all of these tiny movements that make for balance. Um, I love that.
Like micro
Lola calls it the butterfly trail.
yeah, like micro corrections. You have little adjustments. Like
So,
you can't
exactly.
be still.
So, before I came on, I wrote, to be balanced is to dance between the midline of neutrality.
Yeah.
So, and then if you look at your average for your life, it's like we have peaks and valleys. Um, we have constant growth through the things that bring us down, and constant growth through the things that lift us up too. It's like in order to be balanced, we have to both grieve and experience joy. It's like you can't have one without the other.
Right.
So this is my invitation to everyone to seek balance through the dance between the highs and the lows, whether that's emotions or life experiences or production days and non-production days. It's about the average. It's about where you get in the long run. It's not always about where you're at right now on the map. And trusting in that spiral path, trusting that these challenges pass. And especially when we're facing just adversity and when we're facing like some of our biggest challenges, it's like those things, if we trust them, if we believe that they're there to make us stronger, we can, I don't know, take a little bit less of the charge,
Yeah.
less of the impact. It can be gentler. Instead of your balancing act being high, low, it's like, oh, what if it's just like a little like closer to that midline? Um, it's a little gentler on our nervous systems. I know that's been a big theme too, is our nervous system.
Yeah.
We're animals. We experience traumas. We experience things that put us into fight or flight or freeze or fawn. There's all these different terms now that are coming up for what we thought just used to be fight or flight. It's like now there's the freeze and now there's the fawn of, oh, like let me be nice and kind to get through this uncomfortable situation or that sort of thing. So I wrote down a journal prompt for everyone. It's something that you can write about if you're a writer, or it's something to just sit with and contemplate. If you find yourself outside this evening looking at the moon, it's supposed to be really, really beautiful. I know some of you,
I
it's
can
already
see it. Yeah, I can
already nighttime for some of you.
Mhm.
But if we were to think of our life as a cup, and that cup is always full, what within that cup would you let go of to make space for what you want to bring in? Instead of this idea of the cup being half full, half empty, overflowing, what if it was just always what it was? It was always full. But with it, there's different contents like a pie, it's like you could compartmentalize what's within that cup. And it's sort of corresponds with the moon too. The moon is always there. The moon is always full. Sometimes it looks empty and looks dark, but it's always there. It's always full. Right now, it's really full and bright and putting off a lot of energy for us. And it feels sort of overwhelming at times, like, oh man, like this is really full. So now, starting tomorrow, what can we slowly start to let go of? What do you feel ready to let go of? Whether that's self doubt, whether that's um, lack of trust in yourself or in the whole scheme of things. There's just so many things, and it's going to be personal to each person. So I thought it would be nice. Oh, and yeah, if you want to drop it in the chat, what are you letting go of? Jessica says, letting go the old toxic job to make way for healing of mental health and finding myself. Absolutely. How can we balance what's within our cup to have more fulfillment and purpose?
Yeah. What's been coming up for me recently, and why I was like, wow, that balance is definitely coming up. Like for me, in this right here in this situation with lives and the 9 to 5 job and the mom and the wife
Mhm.
and now the small business owner, and as you can tell, my energy is really, really low right now because I'm exhausted. But I felt like I needed today. My balance was saying, okay, I'm exhausted, but being here today is going to help go bam, and I'm
Yeah.
going to feel so much better because I needed to share something, and that was my what would you call my spin on what balance is for me, and what I'm trying to obtain right now is balance in flexibility. And that's when you've got plans, something's happening, you want to launch, I want this tutorial to be finished, and allowing myself the flexibility to either change my mind, to
Mhm.
change that deadline. Is it really detrimental if that deadline is pushed a couple days? A good
Yeah.
book never drops on the date they say it's going to, right? It's always either a week before or 2 weeks later. They make you wait. But
Mhm.
my thing is, okay, having these cyclical things that are happening in your timeline, a schedule, like the other day, we wanted Friday, excuse me. Friday, we wanted to do a real quick pop up live.
Yeah.
And I had to work late. And it's like I started to find myself getting angry and aggressive, and I was making mistakes. And now today, I'm all stuffed up, I'm losing my voice, and my body responded to all that negative crap I was holding on to. And so my thing over the weekend was finding that balance in allowing myself the flexibility to change. Nothing is set in stone. It really isn't. And so I allowed myself the grace of I'm going to take a little time for myself this weekend,
Mhm.
and I rested, and I I worked on Mama Swift's blanket and I finished it. And that is textured cabin throw behind us. I put mine down and I did hers because something just told I just needed to sit, and that project called to me, and I
Mm.
allowed myself the flexibility to balance myself. That is what was going to balance me in that moment.
Mhm.
And I allowed myself the grace to do it.
I love that. It's not gonna look the same every single day. It's gonna be
Right.
different in each moment, and
Yeah.
I have it coming in of, like, nature doesn't work on deadlines. It works on seasons, it works on
All
averages,
of
things
the
like
moving
that.
parts, like all of the moving parts.
Right. Even when we think about this baby growing is like
Yeah.
they tell us, "Oh, this is when the baby will be born." 5% of babies are born on their due date. We
Right.
have no idea. Like
That's like
nature's gonna come when nature's
Betty.
ready.
Be
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. We'd so much rather something be ready when it's ready than rushed or short, shortcuts or frantic. You don't want any of that kind of energy in there.
Mm-mm.
So, you have a community that absolutely supports your journey and allowing for the fluidity of that. Balance makes me think a lot of fluidity.
Yeah. Allowing yourself to ebb and flow with the river and
Yeah.
not fight it, because you really can't. The expenditure of energy, and it's like, why? You're not going to get my best work. You're not going to get my best self if I'm fighting that current.
Yeah.
So, why? So, that's allowing yourself that flexibility to not please everyone, not meet this deadline. And again, it's not like it's a kidney transplant that's the deadline. That's different.
Mhm.
That is a balance that is rigid. There isn't a lot of flexibility. And so you compensate for that. But when you can allow it to, I'm sorry, you're going to get better work out of me.
Mhm.
You're going to get, it's the energy coming off of whatever I'm doing, whether it's food or a project or a design or even just driving to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Uh, there's
Right?
construction.
Like traffic. Yeah.
There's construction everywhere. The main
Mhm.
thoroughfare to get to our unincorporated up in the hills is blocked off completely to put in a roundabout. So I have to drive 10 minutes out of route to go up into the hills, around and up, and then come back around. But instead of allowing myself to, it is what it is. Getting upset about it is not going to change it. But
Yeah.
I found some beautiful houses in a park. There's a beautiful walking park right up the road. See, I found the positive in that. I allowed myself the flexibility to not get angry in that moment and to
That's
balance it,
beautiful.
to balance it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, to look at it as an opportunity instead of a nuisance or
Yeah,
something that brings you negative emotions and feelings. It's something that actually brings you something.
yeah.
It's opportunity to spend a couple extra minutes when you're driving TJ to wherever you're driving him and to
Mhm.
talk a little more or I don't know.
Like I
I
said,
think about that too and
stumble
like
upon a beautiful neighborhood park.
mhm. I was
Yeah,
running late today for a meetup for the bassinet today, and I was starting to feel so bad that I was late. And I'm like, oh, she's gonna have to deal with her babies, and I'm late, all of that. And it was perfect. We both got there at the same time.
yeah.
I turned around because I thought I left the stove on and making a big pot of broth, and I was like, shoot, I gotta go back home. And in that process, I softened with myself of like, no, it's okay. This person, along with me and myself and my family, would much rather me take the extra 10 minutes to make sure that the pot's off than burn the house down.
Absolutely.
Or you're running a couple minutes late, or you spill something, so you have to clean it up, and then that slows you down on your way to wherever you're going, and that helps you miss an accident. It's like you never know why things come in to throw your balance off when really it's just redirecting and um, yeah, redirecting you.
Well,
Life redirects us.
look at the construction of a bridge that is completely rigid, that doesn't give,
Mhm.
is going to fail. And those ones that can literally do this are the ones that don't crumble.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't, I mean, yeah, there's the, what do you call them? The non-negotiables,
Mhm.
where I'm sorry, my platform is very rigid. There is no, this is no. But then the ones that you can allow yourself, to sway a little bit, you know? You got to allow yourself to do that.
It's really important to have both aspects of the structure and the rigidity, but then also like the the fluidity on the opposite end of that. And
Yeah.
again, that's balance. Like balance is taking the two polar opposites of any given thing and allowing them to dance.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe we don't have to go to the full polarity of all things. We can keep it more midline and not sway so far off. But sometimes life doesn't allow that. Sometimes life's like, nope, I'm going to knock you on your ass and
Yeah.
you're going to feel this thing. Grief has been really big. I have a candle lit right now for baby Isaac. There's been so much just coming up, and I'm just choosing to keep him close and just trust that things are going to go the way that they're going to go,
Yeah.
you know. So sometimes you have to play and you have to experience the the hardest things to then have the appreciation on the other side.
Yeah. I want to say something to Yolanda. Yo, 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 yo. You are not your disabilities, though, girl. You're not. I know some of the people that have absolutely no mobility. They can't stand on their own 2 feet, and they never let them stop them. You've got to find what your groove is. You got to find what what your sway is. Does your sway have a little bounce? Does your sway have a little sway like this? Does your sway have a little more rapid fire? You just have to find what your sway is. But
Mhm.
don't let those disabilities hold you back. What if you're not disabled? If you weren't disabled, would you have found this community? Would you be where you're at right now to be listening to us right now? So don't do that. That's negative talk. Flip it. Flip it.
Mhm.
Your disabilities make you aware of other people with those same disabilities. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Your disabilities help you to see another person and recognize, oh, hey, she might just need a little bottle of water. I was in the grocery store the other day. A woman was having a diabetic episode, and she was kind of like, huh? What? And another lady that was diabetic knew immediately what was happening to her, sat her down and popped open a yogurt and shoved the yogurt in her mouth, which I didn't know that yogurt is like protein, high protein is better than like orange juice, because
Mm.
orange juice brings you up like this and then crashes you again. I I would have never known that. But she recognized that, and because of her disability, she probably saved that lady's life. She was about to get in her car. But
Yeah.
see, find what your groove is. You have your disability for a reason. You got to find what your good is with it and
I
what's
think
going to benefit.
one of the most beautiful takeaways from it too is just, yeah, that deeper appreciation that you have for your life and the things that you are able to do.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know what
I'm
these
gonna step
specific.
away for just 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a lozenge. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's like because of this thing, it allows you to have even a deeper appreciation than somebody who's able-bodied that goes through their entire life without this appreciation for even their body and the things that they're able to do. And they never get into any type of art or creation or fully enjoying that body. Something that I even work with myself is like, man, I can be so ungrateful for my body and its abilities. So I love that you brought that up because everybody has that what if in their mind. Everybody has the things that are roadblocks for them, and yeah, I think there's a gift in it. There's a gift of deeper appreciation.
Mhm. Makes me work harder for what I want.
Yeah, yeah.
You choose whether or not you want to make something hold you back or push you forward, no matter what it is. You go back to the Christopher Reeves guy. I mean, he lived a full life. Everybody thought his life was over, and he did his. Is it the call? I can never say the philanthropy, the things that he did for the community and the children and whatever. I know there was bad things that came out too, but it's like you. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you don't
I don't
be
know where I was.
sorry. Just catching up on the chat.
See, and right there, yo, don't say that about my friend. You're not a Debbie Downer. Sometimes you have to have a place to work this stuff out, and have someone say, hey, look, we all have a moment when we're down, but then we have those moments when we're up, and don't never think that you're a Debbie Downer, ever, ever. No, because this is what we're here for, right? I'm putting this little bowl of knowledge down, and whether or not you want to pick it up and nourish yourself from it, please, that's what we're doing. But you just have to promise me the only thing I want from you, and what I want you to promise me is that you'll start being nicer to yourself, and no more of the self-loathing. When you find yourself saying, I'm sorry, ask yourself, did I do something wrong? Because if you're just saying sorry is an admission of guilt. If you didn't do anything wrong, there's no reason to say sorry. So you just have to find a way to be gentler with yourself. And that's all I want from you. You come here every Monday, every Wednesday, and we'll talk about this and we'll help you. And in the same breath, you're helping me.
And we hold each other in it. We hold each other when things are really great and amazing, and we hold each other when things are lower and harder. And I think some of the most profound things come from the lows. Some of the most profound writings or things that we contemplate or conversations we have with our loved ones, like that's where the real magic comes through and comes out, is in the darkest hour.
Yeah.
My eyeballs are sweaty. Yeah, I just want each and every one of you to know that you're loved and cherished. Whether there's people in your life that make that known or not, know that you're loved and cherished. And even if that's from yourself first and foremost.
Yeah. Every single person has value. You are here for a reason. And one thing I've told all of my children, your soul chose this vessel in this moment to do something. You are here to do something. You have to figure out what it is, right? And isn't that what we're trying to figure out what we're here to do? Yolanda, maybe you're here to, I don't know, invent a better way to have a bag hang from a wheelchair. I don't know. It's, you have to find out what that path is. But
my eyeballs are sweaty.
Yeah, I still love that. That's the best thing. That needs to be a sticker. Just like instead of ugly baby cry, I said we're cute baby crying with the lip quiver. Because I want waffles. But yeah, balance. Oh man. I mean, and balance, it's not just a matter of like a scales type thing.
No.
I'm talking balance like you're teetering, like you're on a tightrope. That's balance too. And sometimes when we don't find balance, it becomes life or death, right? So in certain things, you have to find the balance. Listen to your body. My body said, Stitch, sit down. And I had to listen. I got my sister's coming in a couple days. I got to be ready. You need to just get in the back of the car, Lexi. I'll fly you home.
I
But
know it's my favorite time there right now.
and oh man, it was, we had a freak storm, and it was
With the
thunder
thunder
and
and
lightning
lightning.
and torrential downpours. And we just
Oh,
opened up everything. I had the front door open, the window was open, and I was just sitting here in the pitch dark and watching it light up.
I love it.
And like right now, it was, I think the hottest it got today was like 66, 67.
Delicious.
But it you can feel the electricity.
I know, I love it.
It's like grease lightning. All right, so we're at our half hour mark.
Yeah,
Can we
I
take
would love to pull.
a breather break and just do a check-in and make sure anybody that was some pretty deep stuff we just talked about.
Yeah, I was thinking I could pull a card to sort of pull an oracle card to just bring
Yeah.
in some light and some warmth for us and some positivity.
I've got my journal topic. I call to you guys to get, even you don't need to have a special thing, just a piece of paper. I've even written down a journal entry on a napkin, on the back of a bill, wherever
Mhm.
you can write something down.
Yeah, you can use your phone notes. You can also just contemplate. You don't have
Yeah,
to
just
physically
have
write
what you
it.
thought here.
But there is something very powerful in writing.
Pen to paper. Yeah. But yeah, I called to you guys, and I'll make a commitment that I will write at least a few sentences about this topic that Lexi said. If your cup is always full,
Mm,
what is something that you would let go of to make room for something new? Not knowing if the something new you're risking, what is this something new? So you have to take, it's the big chance risk taker.
Ooh, okay, so I think I pulled this one before. Dream Your Dreams came up again. We've seen this one before.
Oh, hold on.
But I'm gonna do I have a few cards for us today instead of just one. Dream Your Dream came up again. So that one like shot out. So I guess we need to hear it again. So
Mm-hmm.
remember to trust the desires in your heart are placed there lovingly by the universe. You're meant to dream of what you dream, okay? So that's a reminder. And then the next card I pulled was this one. And how much more do we need to get a vision of balance? She's literally, this little
Wow.
girl is holding, it looks like a broom, and then she's got her grandparents on either side of her. And
Wow.
it's like grandparents always show me this balance. It's like they have so much wisdom and they've lived so many experiences. They are that epitome of like on that middle path. So, Child's Play is the name of the card. It says, conscious play creates energy. It allows us to enjoy the discipline that helps us feel safe, productive, and that we're making progress on our path. It opens us up to life and increases our vitality and creativity. Without it, discipline and hard work can wear away at your life force. When balanced with loving and healthy discipline, there is no need to fear it. It can only bring benefit. Are y'all seeing this?
Wow.
Do y'all hear it?
This is the universe speaking to us, you guys. Now, sometimes she'll just tap you. Sometimes she'll slap you upside the head. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, some people think coincidence. Oh, it's all just the luck of the draw, and that you can just associate so it looks like it's, there's some trickery in it.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like faith. It's just like faith, and when people talk about faith in God, it's all faith. And I believe that this is the universe talking to us.
Mm. I really like the word trust also. Just
Yeah.
trusting that
Yeah.
life has gone on all this time before us, it'll go on after us. that we're part of it. And I have one more card that flew out. We got a whole like little reading today.
Yeah.
So let me show you one more.
Needed. Oh,
So
wow.
this one is a girl. She's running. She's got her train ticket. Everyone's all loaded on the train. It's already in movement. And it says, play to create. Do you dream of more happiness, well being, love? That is a high frequency dream. High frequency dreams become reality when we align ourselves with a matching frequency. There is a way to raise frequency, to become more magnetic to opportunities, to the right people, solutions, and helpful guidance, to bring your dreams to life. For now, let go of struggle and embrace the way of play. And another feeling that I'm getting from this card too is that you have to you have to take your opportunities. You have to act on them. You have to sometimes run and jump and leap for the thing
Yeah.
that means something to you. We can't let life pass us by staying
That's
in our
where right
minds and
jump.
thinking about the dreams. We have to actually do things on the daily basis that aligns us with the dreams that we want to be in. So it's an everyday practice. It's even an every moment practice of being mindful of what you dream and what you want and yeah, it's play to create. So by practicing the thing that you wish to be, you become it. And I think us coming on and doing this Mindful Monday and Wellness Wednesday is a perfect example of that. For years, I've been in my mind, in my head of wanting to do something like this, wanting to connect with my community, wanting to share the gift of these cards. They really are a gift, but allowing my mind or my mental state to keep me in bed or keep me scrolling on the gram or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like our bodies our bodies and our souls want to do something. We have a compass in us that wants to move towards something.
Yeah.
And you can do that with baby steps. Sometimes it's leaps, sometimes it's leaping onto that train, and sometimes it's baby steps that get you there too. And that's another place of balance, is like knowing the difference between when you need to be gentle with yourself as if you're a newborn baby and when you need to really step it up and be in your adult and get it done.
Yeah.
There's room for all of it. That's part of the balance of being a human, is balancing out the little baby child in us and also the wise one,
Right.
and then all of the in between. There's the angsty teenager, there's there's the mother, there's the father, there's all these different archetypes that we can also get into at some point, because those are really cool and fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think to kind of summarize this card reading, it's reminding us to dream the dream. It's there for a reason. The purpose that you have in your heart is there for a reason. Um, Allowing yourself to play, to be childlike, um, to trust that you're held in that play, and then to make some leaps and go for it, to do the things every day that align you with that goal and with that dream.
Yeah. And
So,
practicing. You got to
yes.
practice with the little things, risking little things and showing yourself that you can do it. Like I was just thinking, when we practice allowing ourselves to move with the ebbs and the flows, and the more flexible you get, when a big wave comes, you're like, I got this. I
Mm-hmm.
got this. And you know to dive under that sucker, and it goes, and then you're like, you pop up like a little seal and you're done, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to practice the right time to dive, because you dive too soon and that wave's going to crush you. You dive too late and the wave's going to take you away, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
to practice when to dodge, when to weave. And then when something comes at us, we, I'm like, get out of here with that, right? Because I'm already too strong for that. I'm not gonna. That wave is just like you're in a kiddie pool, right? Because we practiced, we know how to just step through that one, right? So practicing, you have to practice. Practice saying no. I think too many of us, we just want to please. So many as humans, we want to please. Find that balance. Find times to say no.
Practice saying no to others so that you can say yes to yourself.
There you go. Yep.
Because how often do we say yes to somebody at the detriment or sacrifice of ourselves?
Absolutely.
And sometimes both can exist. It's like, no, not right now. No, not right now. Not no forever, but just no, not right now.
Yeah. And the sorry sayers. Yeah, I see that. Gypsy. The sorry sayers. I've always been a and I'm sorry. You bump some, oh I'm sorry. You do this, oh I'm sorry. You sneeze, oh I'm sorry. It's like, but I'm practicing. I did not do anything wrong. No, there's no reason to say sorry.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, that you're late coming in, but that you did not do anything wrong. There's nothing that said that you had to be promptly here at 7:00. No, we're flexible. You come and go, you can watch it on repeat. But allowing yourself that flexibility, and then say, I'm not sorry I'm late.
I'm thankful. Thank you for still receiving me. Yeah, like celebrate.
I still have 35 minutes left. Let's do it, right? Always try to find what's going to bring positivity from whatever's happening, right? Give yourself the grace.
Yeah.
And that you're grown ass adult.
Let me look at what else I have for us.
While you're looking up, I did want to mention that Lex, we did put a piece up on the community tab, and I wasn't sure. It doesn't look like anybody has shown any interest yet, but it is the most recent painting that, again, that exchange of energy, instead of just us coming every week saying, can you help with Bean's childcare, or prenatal care, can you help with all that, Lexi is wanting to have an exchange of energies. So on the community tab right now is the most current art piece that she created, and we're calling it the Lotus. Oh, there it is right there. Beautiful, gorgeous. Love it. And I've been told that it's not for me.
I know she wants to buy them all every week, and I'm like, Mom, these are for the people.
For the peoples. Okay, yeah. Lots of it's beautifuls, but we are asking that the wish list is that it starts at $77. That is including shipping. But if anybody is interested in this beautiful piece, we're going to leave it open until Wednesday morning at 8:00. So you have tonight and tomorrow. If you'd like to go place, if you want to just claim it at $77, please do that in the comments of the community tab post. Or if you'd like to say, $80, $150, whatever, please do so. If not, we'll go ahead and take the pieces down and maybe just evaluate. If you guys are not interested in doing this each week, I know, again, it's just with all the help and we got the most beautiful gift this last week. I don't know if she's wants us to share.
And I think the other piece too, Mom, is that this is a pretty big piece and it's a bigger ticket. So I do have some smaller canvases to do some smaller stuff where we could start it out at like $20, $40.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so yes, this is just the amount of time
It's
that went
worth
in
it.
and all of that good stuff. And I'd even be open if somebody really loves it and wants to do like a payment thing and wants to claim it, that's fine. Like we have PayPal. You can do a payment arrangement. I've been someone that's had to pay for art in payment, so I absolutely would love to give that forward too.
Yeah.
And then I do custom pieces. So I'm working on a couple of pet portraits for a couple of our community members or family members here. Um, I've been commissioned for some other really beautiful pieces. So I'm busy. Um, and then with the readings too, you guys. So if the card readings resonate with you, it's something that's really intuitive for me. So we can come on like a one-on-one call and do like $33 for a half hour where we go and you can ask a question or we can just leave it open and we'll share a prayer, share an intention, open it up and see what wants to come through, what messages want to come through for you specifically. Like these readings are very community based. It's for the collective of this channel, but it can be honed in and individual to each person if you were interested in one-on-one work. I'm also a numerologist, so that is a study of numbers and the study of the science behind all dates and names, and everything breaks down to numbers. So it's really interesting to see, just like astrology, what you came into this life with. So when you were born, you have a number associated with that, and there's different traits. The name, the full given name you were given, that breaks down to a number. And each number holds its own specific vibration or set of traits, similar to an astrology sign. And again, that's intuitive for me. So one person that's a life path 7 and another person that's a life path 7, that can mean completely different things. They're going to have some of the same traits, some of the same baseline, but there's always more that can come through. Greedy 8. I've never known of the number 8 to be greedy. I've always thought of that to be one of the most abundant numbers in numerology.
Oh, and Denise E is abundant. That girl has got kindness in spades.
But to every number, there's a shadow.
Sprinkling her love everywhere.
There is a shadow to all things. So I guess, we can acknowledge the full spectrum of each number.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me give you guys a little rundown. We've got time. So I'll give you the simplest kind of breakdown of numerology. There's no 0. There's always at least 1. So we have between 1 and 9. This is based on the Pythagorean alphabet. So between 1 and 9. So with number 1, I like to even write this down to show you how it looks. But number 1 is the first. So number 1 is about independence and solitude and being the first. So they're often leaders. Well, what's the shadow of that? Sometimes that can mean loneliness. That can mean having trouble with communication, having trouble with balance. It's like the least evolved of all of the numbers, yet very important, very impactful. Then you go to number 2. 2 is a split. You have a second line. Even if you look at the number 2, it breaks off into two ends. So 2 is more about balance and duality. And then you move into the 3, and 3 is creation. 3 is like a triangle. That's like, I even attribute them to ages. So 1-year-olds, they're doing all the things for the first time. 2-year-olds, they're running around, they're getting into stuff, they're learning about their emotions. 3-year-olds, they discover art a lot of times. 4 is all about structure. 4 corners, 4 walls. That's when you have a building. 4 is a number that has to do with stability and creating security. 5 is when you leave the home and you go off an adventure and you walk the path. The 5 itself as a number looks like a path. or you're on your boat and you're traveling down the river. 6 is a spiral. So once you're on that path, the next evolution would be 6, which is a spiraling into oneself and discovering who you are. 7 looks like a step. So as you are coming out of yourself, you're taking a step up on the path. And then that transforms into 8, which 8 is infinity. 8 is abundance. 8 makes me think of a motor, of like a timing belt on a motor going and going and going. And then that takes you to the final number of 9, which is also a spiral. But instead of spiraling in, you're spiraling outwards, which is when you take all of this that you've learned, you get to the end of the row to number 9, and that's when you share with your community. 9 life paths are often teachers and people who share, farmers, people who share with their community. So it's really interesting, and that's like my most rudimentary breakdown of the numbers and kind of what they mean to me and how I see them. Of course, there's angel numbers, which are duplicates, and there's combinations, and there's just so many things that it can break down to. But I think it's really interesting to learn about ourselves that way. I'm a life path 3, so creativity is really important to me. Embracing my childlike self. Yeah, those are like the main traits for 3. I don't remember yours, Mom. I'm gonna do yours really quick.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, you're an 11, so she has an angel number. So
What?
11, we've done this for you
11?
before. Yeah, you're an 11, which is an angel number. So it actually takes the energy of the 2 and it's amplified. So relationships are very important to you. Balance is important. You're not afraid of light and dark. You definitely are able to like balance those 2 things. And you're very angelic. That's something that's a huge trait for you. Which I'm sure all kinds of people can agree in the chat. And I know that you're someone that sees 1111 often.
Oh, yeah. That does come up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
7
So
and
yeah,
11.
you take the energy of the life path 2 and it's amplified into an angelic state. So it's an evolved 2, a feisty angel. Oh yeah.
Don't let me take my jewelry off.
Yeah, it's like a full spectrum. Full spectrum.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, Maritza, I've been trying to get you, girl. I've been trying to get you in chats. I cannot find your email anywhere. Will you email me again, sweetheart? I want to get you your money for your pattern. Dang, I've been like trying to like, I'm after her like a stalker. Son is a 1 and your mom is a 6. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But all right, so we're down to our last just few moments. Did we want to oh goodness. you just got a bit on your
Oh, what's going on?
Oh my girl. And I knew she's been wanting one of your pieces.
All right, so if anyone wants to drop their birthday in the chat, birth month, day, and year, what you do is you add the number of the month. So for my mom, it's 2, and then I add that to 6, and then I'm gonna drop your birth year. You
That's
go with
fine.
that, and then you add that to 1974. You add them all together. Okay, so let's do Jessica's. So you add 2 to 3 to 1 to 9 to 7 to 9. Okay, that gives us a 31. There's no 31. It's 1 through 9 or doubles. So what happens is you add the 3 to the 1. So Jessica is a life path 4. So stability, structure. She's probably very a space holder. She probably is a big sister.
She's a nurse
Um, she's a nurse, of
that cares for the
course.
elderly.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's huge. Okay,
right.
let's do another one. Okay, crafty and crazy creations. 1 plus 1 plus 7 plus 1, 9, 7, 6, 32. So you're a life path 5. You're somebody who likes to follow their own path, and you probably love being close to the water and the river, being connected to nature, and you're probably somebody that's gone through a lot of adversity in life, of highs and lows and twists and turns and all of those things. And that's just a very surface level. Okay, Deborah, let's do yours. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 9. 1, 9, 6, 5. 35. This is weird. So 31, and then we had, that's cool. Okay. Anyway, 35. So that's another 8. So 8 life path is very much about abundance and systems. And I also think of the ocean. You're probably someone very connected to the ocean. And the ocean, quite literally, it comes in and it makes an 8 with its waves. So with the high tide and the low tide, you're someone that can work with the highs and the lows of life. And people probably very much depend on you for giving them energy and lifting them up and helping them through hard times. There's a lot of trust with you and a lot of dependence sometimes. All right, let me scroll up a little. Let's do one more.
Thank you for being here, Denise E. I
Oh,
mean,
this is fun.
as long as there's one of you that shows up to this, really, Lexi and I, selfishly, we're doing this for ourselves, and in doing it for ourselves, we're sharing that with you guys. So you guys make me walk away from this emotionally full as well. Thank you, Denise.
Yeah.
I love you, sweetheart. And yeah,
Sandra. That's so funny. I was looking at Sandra. 4 plus 9 plus 1, 9, 6, 8, 37. So there's a life path 1. You're a life path 1. And so you've probably taken a lot of leaps in life, not knowing what's on the other side of those big leaps. You may have been an only child for a long time. I'm not sure. But even if you have siblings, you may operate as an only child. Like, you're going to do your thing. You're going to have your space. You're going to follow your dreams and go for it. Life path 1. Yeah, and you don't care about what people think. You don't care. You don't care. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And of course, the name like kind of gives me that. The scandalous is like, yeah, you're going to do it. And you go make it look good. Of course, you get extra points for being born on a leap day.
Leap day. She is an only child.
2, 2, 9. So I have to include the. Wait, let me double check this.
Oh, the 1, 9.
2 plus 2 plus 9 plus 1, 9, 4, 4. Okay, that's another 4. We have another 4 life path for Judy Little, born on a leap day. I've never looked into that for numerology.
What it does when it's in the leap year?
I think a number is a number. So it's bonus, whatever the date is, that's the value. That's the value. So yes, you're a life path 31, Miss Judy. So 31 breaks down to a number 4. So again, 4s have to do with structure and creating safety and safe containers. You're probably somebody that is very maybe a homebody and enjoys taking care of the home, or and it's so funny too. I think of crochet. It's like you guys make these beautiful square, rectangular, like 4-cornered, sometimes not 4-cornered. I know you do some really cool triangular shapes and all kinds of amazing shapes. But like the main thing is you start off with your 1 row, and then that turns into this beautiful blanket or shawl or um, scarf that then wraps somebody up and makes them feel so safe and comfortable.
Yeah. This is so fun. See, I knew the numerology. I knew it would, like, people would love it. Yeah.
Sometimes it's off, but other times it's like, oh my gosh, that's straight on. So I love
But
seeing Sandra
who
that,
knows, somebody,
yeah,
that person's energy could be in a wrong, it could be off centered and off kilter. But when
yeah.
someone really aligned and you do their numbers, oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. I
Cool.
love this kind of stuff. It's
So we
always,
could do this. We could start doing this at the end if we want, or
yeah.
just whatever
I
comes
love the
through.
oracle cards. I love all of that stuff. I think it's so interesting.
Oh, that's beautiful, Jessica. Yeah. You bring
Yeah.
that for energy, that's
Yeah. The
safe and
weighted
secure.
blankets, they're a way to make a weighted blanket and it not look like, I mean, I don't know, most of the weighted blankets I've seen are ugly and it's like you can't wash it. But if you used a bulky, heavy yarn and made a blanket, it could be washed. It could be, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah. Weighted blankets are a really big thing in our community right now.
I love them. It's just so darn hot where I am.
Yeah. Yay, Kimmy. Kimmy Salmon. That's my Kimmy S. She's gonna reach out to you.
Cool. Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
personal readings. That and when Lexi can sit down with you and get her pen and paper out, or as we say, her scratch pad and her crayon, and she can really dig in, you can, the full reading numerology is, I'm sorry, it's very interesting. It's just
Yeah.
very interesting.
And depending on the time slot you choose, we can do like the 30-minute one where it's just the numerology, or we can add card reading to it. And we could even add a personalized like meditation journal prompt. So it's like a full kind of thing. So I'm here to serve all different desires when it comes to this work, because sometimes it does just start off with a numerology reading. I think that's something that really sparked it all for me before I had any idea that I would get into it like this. um my cousin Brittany was like, hey, do you know about numerology? And she had me plug in all my information, and it was like a pre-made thing, but it fit, and I was just like, okay, this is interesting, I'm gonna get into this. And it's just opened up so much
And you
because it
had to
gives
travel to
you,
the other side of the world to find it.
yeah, but it gives you this framework, and it's
Yeah.
like the numbers are in literally everything.
Yeah.
I'm no mathematician by any means, that's why I use a calculator.
Yeah. No, right? And that's not what it's about. Yeah.
All
It's
right, you
all how to
guys.
get to the end of the journey, not, all that other stuff.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I just want to,
Miguel, I'm sending healing. Miguel might, who knows, his Easter egger.
oh,
She's not doing so good. I think his chickens I mean, she's like 6. And yeah, she's beautiful. But that's, Miguel is my friend that he's got the chickens, and Esther, he's got a little goose. And
oh.
she gives you the what for, and Miss Kitty, and then he's got 2 puppies too. But he's my friend from Texas.
Well, let's all send him some love
Uh,
for the Easter egger, sending it some extra love. I hope that little guy feels better soon.
yeah.
And I just want to close by again reminding everyone that you're loved and cherished, not only by us, but by yourself. And that's the most important piece. So thank you for showing up and joining us today, pushing through the challenges and just allowing yourself to be here and to connect and be vulnerable. It's a vulnerable place to be when we're getting into some of these topics. But in order to be mindful, we have to face some of these topics, and
Yeah.
in doing so, that brings a better sense of peace and wellness.
Yeah. And
So
you guys, it's this is everything that we talk about on Mindful Mondays, which every night it's you're here at 7 or wherever you're at 10, 8. But and then on Wednesdays we do what is the Wellness Wednesdays, and that's at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we have 2 different times of day because you're going to tap into different things at different times of the day.
Yeah.
And so we want I need this. This is for me too, because in order for me to bring you the things, I have to find this balance. I have to find ways of dealing with the anxiety. I have to find ways of surrounding myself with people that will lift me up and not kick my feet out from underneath me while I'm trying to find my balance, right? You guys are all around me, holding me until my feet are secure, right? But I'm going to be right there to grab you and hold you while you find your footing as well.
Yeah.
So in this community of fiber weavers, intention weavers, love givers, and support, and all of the things that we do in this community, this is a must. It's a must. And I can't believe I know that I'm not the first one to do this, but
Yeah.
I did this for, I was straight up selfish. I did this for me because I needed help. I needed help not compartmentalizing things, not pushing away my grief because I don't want to look like a crybaby. No, I'm a crybaby. And I will let those tears go. And I'm not going to say sorry that my body could not handle the energy that was put on me.
Yeah.
So you guys showing up here every Monday, every Wednesday, coming and letting me know that it's helping you, letting me know that listening to this while you're trying to go through a medical procedure was helpful. Letting us know that, I mean, because we won't know it's helping you guys because you have to tell us, and thank you for doing that. So we'll continue to come as long as you guys continue to need us, right?
Yeah. We always need each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
And
right,
Rose,
everybody.
maybe we'll add some because there'll be times that Lexi won't be able to be here. There are going to
Yeah.
be times that I won't be able to be here, and she'll bounce over to her channel. So you guys make sure that you've subscribed to Lexi's channel as well. She's starting to post little shorts of little snippets of these. So the breath work to remind you to breathe in the gut. Don't breathe up here. Breathe down here, down low. It's all there. So keep an eye on her because I'm trying to get her to put up some more of her own content because she can do it. I believe in you, Rayu.
Yeah, on that note, I'd love to have everybody get into a comfortable seat, and if you can, place your feet on the ground and your hands on your knees or on your body somewhere that feels good and comfortable, and acknowledging your body and your vessel, this beautiful vessel that allows us to live this life in whatever form it was given to us in. And thank it for showing up today and having this beautiful community space together and slowing things down, turning off the chaos outside, and just having your body and your mind and your soul and connecting with this beautiful space. Taking a big deep breath in through your nose, allowing it to fill your body from your toes all the way to your fingertips. And doing that again. And when you exhale, allow it to make a sound, whether it's a sigh of release or a groan or whatever it is. We'll do this a few times.
And when you need to release a lot of energy.
Yeah. I
Ah.
love to grab a big pillow and just let it out. Yeah.
Hawkeye
Okay,
is
yeah,
so
let's do that one together. So everybody taking a big deep breath through your nose, and on the exhale, you're gonna stick your tongue out and just make a crazy sound. Inhale, exhale.
and then
Mas-
giggle at yourself.
yeah.
Because that
Massage
felt
your
good.
face.
You know it did. And I know my husband's giggling because he does it too. Blah.
And then just like give your face a little massage. Relax all those muscles in your face. Winding down for the night. We've all had our stresses and our furrows of our brows. Let's just relax those muscles.
Yeah, we don't do Botox. We do bangs. I'm just kidding. If you do Botox, it's all good. That's you, boo-boo. I gotta remember that, that not to be offensive in that saying that, but I'm too scared. I'd probably get sick.
And then flick it
I
off.
don't know about y'all, but I feel better now.
Flick it.
After
Flick it. Flick it off. Release your hands. Shake it. You can like brush it off.
And flick it off. Flick that crap somewhere else.
Yeah.
Be gone.
I like making sound like just sending it off, sending it away. And make sure to drink water or tea or whatever the heck you like to drink.
Yep. All right. And in closing, guys, I just want to remind you all that we are still collecting the blankets for Boggy Creek. And this one up here, I just finished. I just bowed that. That's Mama Swift's new, it is called Textured Cabin Throw. Juan, the yarn addict, did the tutorial, and she has a written pattern. So that's finished. We've got the Fireside Friends Throw, free tutorial for you guys. We have some beautiful things that I'm about to have introducing. Luck of the Draw, number 9 is coming. Look for that on Mama Swift's channel. That'll be dropping on Thursdays. And again, you'll need 8 colors and then 1 main color. It is technically a stash buster, but you don't have to make it a stash buster. It is a 10-week Boggy style make along, but you can use this to choose your colors for anything. So anyway, yeah, I've had a beautiful time. See, look, voice is back.
I know, right? Just had to clear some
I got all
out.
crazy. I was all stressed out, and I needed to release. I needed you guys. I needed you guys just as much as you needed me.
Okay, now go how oh, you can't see the moon right now, huh? Is it rainy?
No, oh yeah, no, but it's still bright. The sun's not down yet.
Oh yeah, you're way up there.
Yeah,
Well,
we have about maybe almost an hour left. About 45 more minutes till my sun goes down.
Wow.
So,
Well, I'm gonna go check it out from the levee, I think, and see it from the horizon.
Let's go with you. I love you.
Huge. I love you guys.
Have a beautiful day.
Boo.
Do the things. Celebrate. Come together. This one. Pew pew. Balloon. Hey, too old. Take care. I haven't seen you in a while. There's my Kimmy. Kimmy, I'm gonna see you in like 6 days. I know it's not. Are you here yet? I love you guys.
Good night, all.
Day. And we will see you on Wednesday. It's the Wednesday thing. I'm looking for our outro. All right. Love you guys. Sprinkle, sprinkles. And remember, make beautiful things and be kind to yourself. Because I said so. Bye.